I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement.
That matches the rating that you give yourself.
I would rate myself an 8. I would say Big Lotto. I love Lotto.
I think I say like a 7.5, 8 around there.
Name a celebrity that would match you.
Lauren London, I say.
Lauren London.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm an 8.
Okay.
And the celebrity that would match me is Tiana Taylor. There we go.
Okay. Tiana Taylor. So you're 8 and Tiana Taylor is an 8. Rate yourself 1 to 10.
Just looks?
Yeah.
I'm going to say a 10. Rihanna, boy, what?
Okay.
I think Rihanna, I like Rihanna. She a 10 to me.
Okay. Show of hands. Do you have in your DMs that you never replied to that looks halfway decent, but you're not giving no time or attention?
4 hands better be up.
All 4 hands.
All.
Okay. So here's the truth. None of you ladies are a 10 or an 8 or anything close to that. The reality is a 5 is average. Because all you ladies are single. You do have good guys in your DM, but you choose not to reply to these guys because y'all all think y'all 8 and 10s.
And if y'all don't think so, then y'all the problem.
Hey, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, ego. Women have placed themselves on a pedestal that sometimes they don't deserve. There's no way. Y'all compare yourselves to celebrities. In reality, I think what happens is that social media played a role for these women to think that they are these 8s, 9s, 10s, etc. But how does that convert? Like he said, it doesn't convert to being a wife. It doesn't convert to actually being a girlfriend. Are y'all single or what? That's the question. I think they were single because he said they had people in the DMs that they didn't respond to. And that's enough to let you know your beauty is fleeting. At one point in time, you're going to look your best. You're going to be in your prime. And then you're going to go, you know, from that dime to a 5 to whatever after that. But I'm saying that y'all are leading with your beauty, and that's where you're going to be forever mistaken. All because you're not going to look the same. And then what do you look like without the makeup? What do you look like with all these lashes and all the other accessories that you have on you? That's the question, because the men you're going to be looking your best out there with the makeup. And then when you got to go back home to this man, he may not be able to identify who you are because you had so much caked up makeup on you. That's why I say that we cannot lead with our beauty. What else are you bringing to the table? What else proves you to be valuable? I know that men look at looks. They value looks. But I know that's not what... I know the men don't want smart dummies. They don't want beautiful dummies out here. I know that's what they don't want. And if they do, that's just whatever on them. But I'm saying you would want a woman who brings more to the table than just her beauty and this inflated ego that she got from social media. This inflated ego. Like somebody said, shout out to Kevin Samuels, because he would tell you, average at best. He may not even tell you that. It just depends on how you really look. But I just think that as long as these women had got one like and they got these men in the DMs, there's no way, as a man, if I was a man, I would send a DM to these women who are for the streets on Instagram. You can tell the ones that are for the streets, the ones that are posing, they're showing more behind than they're showing face. And just, they know they're trying to get the likes from you. And those likes are dopamine to let them know, hey, I ain't got to settle for these men. They in my DMs even though I'm not bringing nothing to the table. So I don't have to change because they like my looks, right? They like my looks and they think that's enough for them to give me validation. I'm telling you, if there was no social media, most of these women will really humble themselves. But all it takes is one like. All it takes is that man to like one picture for them to be on cloud 9 and say, nobody can stop me now. I'm a bad chick, and that's what I bring to the table. Social media has done a bad job at that. But like I told you, all it starts with one like. All it takes is one man to say, hey, you look good, and the rest is history. You can't tell that woman nothing from that point on. And that's why some women are they have to post on social media. They have to get that validation for the day. And it's going to be a continuous cycle. And men, if you get in a relationship with some of these women who are doing that, you're not going to be able to compete with Larry, Tom, and Peter that's online in her DMs. You're not going to be able to compete because you're going to have to always give her words of validation to let her know she looks good instead of getting with her for other reasons, for other valuable things she brings to the table. So I say it's a scary situation when a woman inflates her ego to the point where she don't think that she can come back down to reality and realize that she's not as beautiful as she says she is. Just saying.
You know, I completely agree. Mm-hmm. And I will say that some of these women, they don't realize there's a difference between attention and intention, right? Because yes, the guys that are sliding into the DMs, like they're just trying to get it in, right? And they think like, oh, I have all of these guys that want to talk to me. These guys want to take me out on dates. And it's like, no, miss, this guy's trying to take you to the bedroom. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. Right. And they, as you mentioned, like it takes that one like, and then their ego get overtly inflated. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I'm in, it's lit, whatever, you know, all of that stuff. But it's
right
just
now,
like,
now that ego's inflated, like them little car dealership inflatables that you see all over the place. You can't tell nothing. You can't control her because all it takes is that like, and she keeps getting them more and more. Right. She keeps getting them likes more and more, and then it's like, I got to do this to get this many likes. I got to do that to get this many likes. And I'm telling you, you're gonna be competing against social media. And I see why a lot of men sometimes are saying, "Hey, you might want to deactivate your social media or get off of social media for me because I don't need to be competing against that." And I understand that.
Right. Agreed. And my next question to you is now with social media and movies that that have come out, you see like where the woman, she'll start talking to another guy and then break up with the guy that she was talking to, and the relationship hasn't been over. Like, she didn't verbally say it's over, but it's over in her mind. She just moves on, right? So we like to call that monkey branching. And what are your thoughts on monkey branching in general?
Yeah, because I was like, but thank God you introduced that and told me what it was, because I was like, what is monkey branching? But I was going to wait to ask you today. But I think that you're saying that a woman basically jumps from relationship to relationship without a break. Is that kind of what it is? Okay. Monkey branching. That is just something to me that's for the streets. I can't see myself just jumping out of one relationship and jumping to a next. That seems like a player move to me. So I just couldn't see a woman doing that, because especially when a woman is emotionally invested into that relationship, there's no reason for her to be jumping in and out, because she's creating so much trauma in a short period of time. You haven't had the chance to heal. And I think that's something that anybody getting out of a relationship needs to really do, heal before you get into the next thing, unless you're interested in doing that. But to each his own. I just know for myself, I like to take time out to really reflect and get to know myself a little bit more before I just jump into something that didn't just work out the previous time. So I just think that it's a move that is trending. It's trending today because they see other people do it. So now they want to follow that trend, and they want to be like, hey, if the men are doing it, I can do it too. Right. And if I can't do it, it's a double standard. But I'm saying sometimes you just can't do what men do. You have to do your own thing. Otherwise, you're basically getting that masculinity that's going to allow those men to repel from you. That's how it goes. I just think it's a toxic trait to believe that you should be monkey branching, jumping from one D to the next. Instead, stay focused and add skills to your life that will make you a valuable wife, because you jumping from relationship to relationship looks like body to body, because unless you're practicing celibacy or nothing, you're building up that body count. That does play a role, and men are going to take that into effect as well. They're going to pay attention to that body count and see what category are they going to put you in. Like somebody said in the chat, they said 2 categories: smash only or potential relationships. And I'm saying most of the time you're going to be a smash only, and then you're going to stay there until you realize that, oh, I'm jumping from relationship to relationship and I'm not getting any conversion. No man is taking me serious. They'll sleep with me because I look good, but that's it. So to each his own, but I just wouldn't do it myself as a woman. I don't see any benefit of that. And like I said, I haven't been watching a lot of movies lately, but if that's what they do, good luck. They gonna realize that it's gonna be too late. You better just stay at the branch you was on. You should have stayed at the branch you were on, because eventually you're gonna try to return back to that branch, but it's gonna be too late. So be careful jumping from relationship like you got so many options, because we really kind of inflate ourselves up real quick, and we need to humble ourselves. I think that's the lesson of the day, is really humble yourself in order to be attracted and be able to be attracted to the right people, and for those people to be attracted to you. You have to humble yourself.
Right. I completely agree with that. I mean, yeah, because like you see it, whether it be a TV show, movie, even like in videos, and you'll just see like a woman, she'll start talking to another man while she has a boyfriend or a husband. And it's just like, you didn't even take time to actually like get over that relationship. And as you mentioned, unless this woman is practicing celibacy, the body count starts adding and adding and adding. You can't subtract the body count.
Hey, they think they can though. People think they can reset those counts.
Nah, you can't. Yeah, but see, you know, and here goes the card thing. You can't reset the odometer. You cannot reset it.
You can try to, but at the end of the day, we know what rides different. Okay.
Yeah,
we don't know if it's
right.
smooth
You,
or not.
you could try to hack the system, but yeah,
it's there. It's there. Whether we see the number or not, that odometer speaks volumes. And if you, like you said, you hack it, it's still going to be there. So I agree. It's reckless. It's reckless to move that way, and it's the reason why you got diseases out here. Whether people want to talk about them or not, they exist all because they moving with no discretion.
Now wearing gold chains like I'm famous.